NFS is an acronym for Network File System. It operates over TCP/IP networks, and it is the de facto NAS protocol in both Linux and Unix environments. As a file sharing protocol, NFS is implemented in a client-server model. Basically, a server that's running an NFS server service exports its resources such as files and directories. Then clients running an NFS client service access these exported resources over the IP network. And in order for the client to use these exported resources, they need to be mounted to the client's local file system. In the NFS world, there are two major versions of the protocol: version 3 or NFS v3 and version 4 or NFS v4. NFS version 3 has been around for ages, and it's pretty much ubiquitous in the Linux and Unix world. It's a doddle to configure, but it's terrible at security. NFS 4, on the other hand, mandates strong security. This means that anybody developing an NFS 4 client or server will have to implement the security features outlined in the protocol standards. Otherwise, they won't be officially an NFS 4 client or server. And this is definitely a good thing. So for starters on the security front, NFS version 4 implements extensive access control lists. They're similar to and apparently modelled on the rich access control lists available in the Windows world. Basically, in order to access a file or a directory exported via NFS version 4, your user ID or user account has to be listed on the access control list with the appropriate permissions to that file or directory. If it's not, you won't be accessing the file or directory. NFS version 4 also mandates the capability to use Kerberos version 5 for authentication, integrity and privacy, which is a massive uptick on the security provided in NFS version 3 and lower. And this goes a long way to bringing NFS up to par with Windows file sharing protocols on the security front. NFS version 4 also brought major performance improvements to the protocol. For example, NFS version 4 is a lot less chatty than NFS version 3, and what we mean by this is that in order to send the same data set, NFS version 4 will consume less, and quite a lot less usually, network bandwidth and perform a lot less network operations than NFS version 3, making it far more efficient and far faster. All in all, NFS version 4 has gone a long way in improving the NFS protocol, and it's brought it up to a par with Windows file sharing protocols.